have a Facebook Live that I wanted to share with you guys today on a meal planning tip from Mayo Clinic. So I don't know if you caught some of it. I'm just going to start from the beginning, and hopefully this one will save and I won't have any issues with the signal. You guys, let's dive into this meal planning tip, and it's something a little different that I would have not thought of before. And it was a little bit of a challenge for me when I first started trying to use this tip from them as well. So if you have been with me for a while, you know, in fact, I think I have mine here. So I have a meal planning worksheet that is available on my website. In fact, if you have the 7-day welcome series that you signed up for, which is free, on my website at bertalippert.com, day 2, I think, is where you'll get that. And there'll be a link to a segment that I did and an area that you can download these meal planning worksheets. I take all of my meals on one side of the page, and then on the other side, I will just simply make a list of everything that I'll need. In fact, what I do, because I'm a girl on a budget, write down how much they cost based on what the weekly ad is, or I always save my receipts from the weeks before so I can go back and look to see how much, you know, apples might be or the grapes were or whatnot. And try to just make sure I stay in my budget that way as well. So just a tip on that. But what I do then is I try to plan out my meals and my snacks throughout the week. And one of the tips I wanted to share with you is from here. So this is kind of a week at a glance, some meal planning. And this is a companion book that I use with my clients from Mayo Clinic. That's part of this one here. And one of the recommendations, you guys, that they have in here is to plan your meals around fruits and vegetables. Now, I am someone who grew up in Minnesota. I still live here in the Midwest. And I don't know if any of you can relate, but all of our meals, I know growing up, was kind of centered around the meat, right? You asked what's for dinner, it was either chicken or pork chops or something like that, kind of that meat and potatoes that you always hear about. And so to try to think about how do I plan my meals around fruits and vegetables was something a little new. So I drew some inspiration, of course, went to Pinterest or things like that. But I wanted to share with you 2 resources and kind of issue a challenge if you're up for it. If you had a goal this year to eat a little bit better, you'll be able to use these 2 resources for that and to incorporate more fruits and veggies into your diet, okay? So one of them is, I'm going to leave a link down below that you'll be able to use. It's a 5 easy ways. It's a segment that I did and a big blog post that I have available to you that says 5 easy ways to enjoy more fruits and vegetables. So I'm going to link that down below, and that's one resource that you can look at. And what I challenge you to do is just look at one. You know, just find something on there that you think is completely doable, that's not overwhelming, that you're going to use this week to give it a shot and just see if that works out for you, okay? So just kind of start experimenting with it. But the tip that's in the books and the guidelines for Mayo Clinic, the meal planning one, was this. Again, planning your meals around fruits and vegetables, okay? So 2 ways that I do that I wanted to share with you to see if you'd like to try that out this week. One area that's super simple is snacks, right? Now, I'm somebody who has a few snacks a day. I don't know about you, but I usually have a snack between breakfast and lunch. I have one between lunch and dinner, and then I always have one after dinner. I know a lot of people don't, but I actually enjoy frozen grapes almost every single night. In fact, I have my meal planning thing for this week here. I just have like grapes all the way across because that's what I'm going to enjoy at nighttime from that. But it gets me a serving of my fruits in. So snacks is an easy way to do this. So what I challenge you to do is think about any fruit, any vegetable that you like, and what's something that you'll commit to this week. Maybe it's simply a bag of carrots, and you're going to divide those all up, so throughout the week you'll be able to grab and go. I like to have my carrots, or any veggies for that matter, with hummus, so that's a super easy snack that I have where I can incorporate some fruits and veggies in my diet. Or apples is another big one. I like apples maybe with some nut butter or a little bit of cinnamon shaken over the top. I like to have citrus with some almonds for a snack. I mean, the possibilities kind of endless, and it's so easy, especially if it's a piece of fruit or some veggies that you can kind of have on the go. So that's one that you might want to take a look at. The other one that is super simple, and it's more of a meal that you may want to look at, is breakfast. So a couple ideas that I want to share with you that I do. As far as breakfast goes, it's super easy to incorporate fruits and veggies there, because I can tell you the one that I do a lot is going to be like veggies that are stir fried. So I'll take a bunch of veggies and I'll cut those up and I'll add a scrambled egg to it. And that's something that's super easy, that you can do onions or mushrooms or peppers or asparagus, whatever it is. But just think about that. What are some veggies that you like sauteed or roast up a bunch ahead of time? And then you can use egg whites or eggs or whatever. Maybe you don't need that at all. But that's just something that I do. And I will make up a batch of these ahead. I'll put them in the freezer. And then it's super easy for me the rest of the week as I pull one out. I like to put a little bit of hot sauce on it before I eat it, a little bit of salsa. Sometimes I'll put it in a wrap, depending what my workout might be that day. So that's just super, super simple, okay? Is to think about how you could use some veggies and some fruit in the morning. The other way is even easier, and you've seen me talk about this many times, and there's lots of recipes for these on my blog, and that is with smoothies, right? So it's a super, super easy way to get a bunch of servings of fruits and vegetables right there in your breakfast for a smoothie, or I guess it could be a snack or a lunch or whenever it is as well. But I wanted to share that idea with you. So, because again, what I hope to do is just inspire you to take action, right? If you hear something and you think, oh, that's pretty easy, or you go to my blog or anywhere, go on Pinterest or somebody else's and look at a recipe that you might like to try. And when you're at the store this weekend getting your groceries, just pick up the items for that and just commit to it. You know, you're not going to let that spinach go bad in your fridge, right? We've all been there. But just think about that, okay? So 2 super easy resources I wanted to share with you on how to use Mayo Clinic's tip on surrounding, fruits and vegetables being kind of the base of what you'll be. So the first one, again, I'll link it down below, is going to be that 5 easy ways to enjoy those fruits and veggies. But then if you're up for the challenge, go ahead and commit to that for looking at a snack this week or a breakfast or a lunch, but just maybe pick one. Just start out small, nothing overwhelming. Just pick one, do a little bit of research, find a recipe that you like, and give that a shot. So that is what I wanted to share with you. So again, if you're interested, so the meal planning worksheets that I have, I'll let you know how to get those, right? Or just let me know, leave a comment below if you're having any trouble with that at all. Or some of the resources I share with you, the meal planning guides from Mayo that we use with our clients. But anyway, just whatever works best for you. Oops, I just got a text, sorry. Whatever works best for you, go ahead and commit to it. Don't just hope it might happen that someday you're going to magically be eating a lot healthier than you are now. We just have to take small steps that are going to add up to a bigger change. So I appreciate you spending your Saturday with me, and let me know if you have any questions down below. And again, I'll put a link to the resources that I mentioned here, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.